Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5
best 1440p gaming monitor.
Starting at number 5.
Dell G2724D. If you want something cheap and simple, look into the Dell G2724D, which you can get for cheap directly from Dell's website. It's a considerable step down from the Acer Nitro 15275U P3 bikes, as it has far worse image quality because it lacks mini LED backlighting. This means highlights don't pop, and deep blacks appear gray in a dark room. Additionally, HDR colors don't appear as vibrant and lifelike as on the Acer. However, this is normal for cheap displays, and it's what you need to expect for an entry-level monitor. That said, the Dell is still a great gaming monitor as it has a max 165Hz refresh rate, similar to the Acer. It even has better motion handling without any smearing in dark scenes. It also has a few advantages for console gaming over the Acer, as it supports VRR with the PS5, which the Acer doesn't, so it helps reduce screen tearing on that console.
Coming at number 4.
Acer Nitro. If you're on a budget, there are some good 1440p options you can get for less than the LG 27GR83QB, like the Acer Nitro 15275U P3 bikes. Unlike many budget-friendly monitors, it delivers great picture quality as it uses mini LED backlighting, and combined with its excellent native contrast and local dimming feature, it displays deep blacks in dark rooms. It also makes highlights pop in HDR, and there isn't much blooming around bright objects, but it still has some blooming. While gaming feels responsive thanks to its low input lag and 170Hz refresh rate, one downside is that it has smearing and blur with fast-moving objects. You can notice this, particularly in dark scenes, where there's smearing and even some distracting ghosting, but considering its great picture quality, its pros outweigh its cons. That said, the AOC Q27G3XMN is a similar monitor with mini LED backlighting that has better motion handling, so consider it if you can find it, as it's harder to find than the Acer.
At number 3.
LG 27-inch UltraGear QHD. If you feel like the LG 27GS95QEB is still out of your price range or you're simply concerned with the risk of burn-in with OLEDs, check out a mid-range option like the LG 27GR83QB. It has a 27-inch screen and 240Hz refresh rate like the 27GS95QEB, but because it doesn't have an OLED panel, it doesn't display the same deep blacks without any blooming. It also has a slower response time, so fast-moving objects look less sharp, though it still has very good motion handling across its refresh rate range. It's also brighter than the 27GS95QEB, making it the better choice for gaming in well-lit rooms. Unlike many other mid-range 1440p gaming monitors, it has HDMI 2.1 bandwidth, which is ideal if you have a modern HDMI 2.1 graphics card. It can even take full advantage of gaming consoles as it supports any signal with the PS5 and Xbox Series X, S, including downscaled 4K at 120Hz, which results in a more detailed image than native 1440p. This is also useful as the Xbox only supports HDR with 4K signals.
Number 2 of my list.
LG 27GS95QE27. If the Dell Alienware AW2725DF is out of your price range, check out the LG 27GS95QEB, which tends to be cheaper than the Dell. It has a lower 240Hz refresh rate, so it's not quite as smooth and responsive as the Dell, but it's still high enough even for competitive PC gamers. Besides that, it offers the same near-instantaneous response time as the Dell, so motion is sharp, and it even has HDMI 2.1 bandwidth to take full advantage of modern graphics cards. That said, one difference with the Dell is that because it's not a QD OLED, it can't display the same vivid colors and bright highlights, but that's the trade-off for getting something cheaper. It still displays perfect blacks thanks to its OLED panel and gets bright in HDR for making small highlights pop, but if you want something brighter, the Asus ROG Swift OLED PG27 AQDM is also a good alternative. However, it costs more than the LG, so only consider it if you really care about getting the brightest OLED.
And number 1.
Alienware AW2725DF OLED. The best 1440p gaming monitor we've tested is the Dell Alienware AW2725DF. It combines exceptional gaming performance with outstanding picture quality, making it an ideal display for gamers who crave graphically intense games. It features a QD OLED panel that provides a near-infinite contrast ratio with deep blacks in dark rooms and no blooming around bright objects. It also displays bright and vivid colors, resulting in realistic images for outstanding picture quality. In terms of gaming, its 360Hz refresh rate provides a smooth and responsive gaming feel, but you can only reach that refresh rate with a DisplayPort connection as it's limited to HDMI 2.0 bandwidth. It also has a near-instantaneous response time, so fast-moving objects are crisp. One downside is that OLEDs risk permanent burn-in with constant exposure to the same static elements over time, so it's better to play a variety of games on this monitor to reduce this risk. If this doesn't bother you, you can also consider the Gigabyte Acer FO27Q3, which uses the same panel and has extra features like HDMI 2.1 bandwidth, but it can be harder to find.
Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.